I have this friend Sally who's 65 years old. She's someone I've known for a long time, but only in the last few years we became close enough for her to really open up to me. And once she did, her life story honestly shocked me in ways I never expected. She's been running a small private daycare with her business partner for more than 30 years. Just the two of them. No big company behind them. No fancy branding. Everything is word of mouth. Parents recommend them to other parents, and that's enough to keep them fully booked every single month. Every morning at 7 a.m., the chaos begins: crying toddlers, diaper bags, strollers piling up at the entrance, bottles to warm, snacks to prepare. Some kids scream for an hour before calming down, others fight over the same toy, and she and her partner just move through all of it like seasoned soldiers who have fought the same battle for 30 years straight. They're fast, they're good, and parents absolutely adore them. And here's the part that matters. Together, they bring in about 10 to 13K a month, all in cash, every month, for decades. If you saw the numbers alone, you would assume she must have a comfortable life now, maybe some properties, some investments, maybe even early retirement. But the reality is the complete opposite. One day, she told me something with such a calm, matter-of-fact tone that it honestly took me a few seconds to process it. She said, "If I hadn't sold my family house recently, I don't think I've ever had more than 3K in savings my whole life." And she didn't say it like a confession. She said it like she was commenting on the weather. I remember staring at her thinking, there's no way. Not with that income, not for that long. But I was wrong. Because once I became close enough to her to see how she actually lives, everything made perfect sense. Her spending habits are unlike anything I've ever seen from someone her age. Let me start with weekends. On weekdays, she's wearing aprons, wiping noses, calming tantrums, and dealing with a dozen different emergencies from toddlers who think chaos is a personality trait. But once Friday night hits, she transforms into a completely different person. She'll message her partner and say, "Let's eat something good tomorrow. I worked so hard this week." And her definition of something good is not casual dining. I'm talking about hundreds per meal kind of restaurants. Places where the menu doesn't have prices printed. Places where the waitstaff recognizes her because she goes so often. Every weekend, without fail, she treats herself to these meals. And every weekend, after she finishes eating, she gives the exact same comment: "Totally worth it. I deserve it." Then comes the shopping. She buys clothes the way some people buy snacks. She is a VIP at several fashion brands. Those mature women's boutiques where one blouse can cost hundreds. The brands even mail new season collections directly to her house because she buys that much. She'll sit on her sofa, open the packages one by one, and admire every single piece like she's unboxing treasure. She'll hold the fabric, feel the texture, try it on in front of the mirror, spin around once, and then say, "I love this. I'm buying it." I've asked her before, "Do you actually wear all of these? You're home with kids most of the time." She just laughs. "Doesn't matter. I feel happy when I buy it." And honestly, she really does look happy. Like genuinely, emotionally satisfied. Like shopping is her version of therapy. Then there's her obsession with Coach. This woman loves Coach. But not outlet Coach. No, no, no. She's offended by the idea. One time I mentioned outlet Coach bags were cheaper, and she reacted like I suggested she eat plastic. Absolutely not. Outlet leather doesn't smell right. I only buy boutique Coach. The leather smells better. And she wasn't joking. She literally closed her eyes while saying, "Smells better," like she was reliving a romantic memory. I asked her, "Why not buy an Louis Vuitton then? You've bought enough Coach bags to cover one Louis Vuitton." She waved her hand like I said something ridiculous. Louis Vuitton is too expensive. One Louis Vuitton costs so much. I can buy several Coach bags instead. It feels better. Her logic is simple. More bags means more happiness. And she always buys them from the same store because she's attached to the salesperson there. The salesperson texts her new arrivals, and she almost always says, "Save it for me. I'll pick it up tomorrow." That's her life. But the most unbelievable part? Her relationship with cars. You'd think she changes cars every 3 years because they get old. Nope. She changes cars every 3 years because she likes buying new things. She treats cars exactly like she treats handbags and clothes. She sees it, she wants it, she buys it. But here's the twist: she never buys cars outright. She always finances them. She pays monthly car loans like it's a subscription. 3 years later, she sells the car, uses the money to cover the remaining loan, and immediately takes out a new loan for a new car. She has literally never finished paying off a car in her entire life. And she once proudly told me, it's just a few $100 a month, totally manageable for me. That one sentence explained 30 years of her finances. And then there's the haircuts. Oh my god, the haircuts. She has a hairstylist she loves. Not in her city, not even in a nearby city. Her stylist is 5 to 6 hours away. And she drives there, every single time. She'll wake up early, get in her car, drive half a day, arrive tired, sit down, get her hair done, and then say, since I'm already here, I might as well stay the night. So she gets a hotel, eats something fancy, browses the shops, treats it like a mini vacation, and then drives another 5 to 6 hours back the next day. One weekend means hundreds gone. She tells this story with so much joy. She truly believes she's treating herself, and honestly, you can tell it does make her happy. But underneath that happiness is constant anxiety. Every now and then, she suddenly becomes serious and tells me, I'm already in my late 60s, and I still don't have a house. That's not good. Or, I don't have savings. I can't stop working, ever. And right after that, without missing a beat, she'll say, anyway. Thinking too much makes you old. Let's go eat something. That's how she copes. She doesn't suppress her anxiety, she spends her way out of feeling it. Until the day she finally had money. When her family home sold, she got a significant amount of cash in her account for the first time in her entire life. She and her partner pooled their money together, $200K total. And they panicked, because they basically spend money the same way, and they planned to retire together. She was terrified they would lose it, waste it, or end up old with nothing. She kept telling me they had no property, no retirement plan, and that working until 75 might be her only option. So I sat down with her and did the math. I told her, with the money you have now, plus if you two can put in a few hundreds every month into index funds which give 10% return annually, and just invest it consistently for 10 years until you retire, you could end up with over 600K when you retire, which is a good amount to buy a house and for the retirement. The moment the words, 600K, left my mouth, she lit up like I've never seen before. Her eyes got wide. She sat up straighter. She looked thrilled and hopeful and almost like she couldn't believe her own future. She said, 600K? If that's true, then when I'm 75, I won't have to be worried anymore. She said it again and again. Like she finally saw a finish line for the first time ever. For a moment, I really believed she was going to turn her life around. 6 months later, she told me she bought a house. Not nearby, not convenient, not even in the same area where she works. She bought a house 2 hours away, in the middle of nowhere. She said they had been driving out there on weekends to look around, and one day she found a cheap but charming old house. She said, since we have money now, we just bought it. Just like buying a bag. Just like buying a car. Just like buying clothes. Then came renovations, tearing things down, painting, fixing pipes, replacing floors, buying furniture. After everything, her savings were basically wiped out. Her partner's too. The entire 10-year, 600K plan evaporated instantly. And then they started going there every weekend. I asked her why, and she happily said, if I don't stay there, it feels like a waste. So now her weekends look like this. Drive 2 hours there. Stay overnight. Eat, shop, enjoy. Drive 2 hours back. More gas money. More food money. Hotel-like expenses. More little things that she might as well buy since she's already there. Her monthly expenses skyrocketed. All the money she could have saved now flows straight out again. And that's her life. She is genuinely one of the most warm-hearted, hard-working, straightforward, lovable people I know. She gives her whole life to taking care of children. She never complains about hard work. But her relationship with money is simple. She spends what she has. Immediately. On whatever makes her happy in that moment. Clothes, bags, cars, food, trips, haircuts, now a house 2 hours away. Not because she's dramatic or irresponsible, but because that's how she survived stress for 30 years. For her, happiness always has to be immediate. She doesn't wait. She doesn't delay. She doesn't prepare ahead. And that's why, even with a lifetime of good income, she never got to feel financially safe. That's just who she is. And honestly, her story still blows my mind every time I think about it.